Are you feeling like you're just constantly running on empty, like you're always playing catch up? Well, in this explainer, we're going to unlock a science-backed toolkit to help you not just manage the stress of modern life, but actually master it. Does this look familiar? That constant buzzing from your phone, the endless emails, that feeling that your engine is always revving just a little too high? You are so not alone. And you know what? The solution might be way simpler than you think. I'm serious. What if you could hit a reset button on your entire nervous system in the time it takes to take just 2 breaths? We're about to show you a tool backed by some serious neuroscience that can instantly slam the brakes on your stress response. But first, we've got to pop the hood and see what's really going on in there. Okay, so to control stress, you first have to understand your opponent. And inside your body right now, there are 2 systems that are pretty much constantly battling for control. Think of it like this. You've got a gas pedal and a brake. Your sympathetic system? That's the gas pedal. It floods you with adrenaline and basically screams, "Do something, now!" It's a very generic system designed to make you move, to act. Then you've got your parasympathetic system. That's the brake. It's designed to calm everything down. The huge problem in our modern world is that we're hitting that gas pedal all day long, and we've kind of forgotten where the brake is. So let's find that brake pedal. These are the tools you can use the instant you feel that wave of stress start to wash over you. First up, we've got something called the physiological sigh. This isn't just some wellness fad, it's a built-in biological mechanism. In fact, Stanford neuroscientist Andrew Huberman calls it the single fastest way to voluntarily calm your nervous system down. And there's some cool science here. That double inhale, it literally pops open these tiny little air sacs in your lungs that tend to collapse when you're stressed. Then, that long, slow exhale offloads the maximum amount of carbon dioxide, which sends a direct signal to your brain to slow your heart rate. It's a direct mechanical intervention. You are literally telling your body to chill out. But stress isn't just a racing heart, right? I mean, what about that tense neck or those aching shoulders? For so many of us stuck at a desk all day, stress gets physically trapped in our bodies. The answer? You gotta move. This simple routine from Emma McAdam over at Therapy in a Nutshell is designed to literally burn off those stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. Shaking out your arms and legs might feel a little silly at first, but it's an incredibly effective way to complete the stress cycle and release that pent-up energy. Okay, so having emergency tools is absolutely crucial, but the real goal here is to need them less often, right? So let's zoom out. How can we build a daily lifestyle that actually increases our tolerance to stress from the ground up? These habits are all about creating outlets for stress, because modern stressors, like a passive-aggressive email, they don't have a natural physical ending, so we have to create one. First, move your body to burn off that chemical fuel. Second, and this one is so important, complete a task, any task, and physically check it off a list. That simple act tells your brain the threat is over, it's safe to hit the brake. And finally, master your media. Don't start your day by pouring stress fuel all over your brain. All right, get ready for a plot twist. We've been talking all about reducing and managing stress. But what if I told you that stress can actually be your ally? That some of it is not only good for you, but it's absolutely essential for high performance. I love this quote because it points to a huge mindset shift. Anxiety isn't the enemy. It's your body's performance enhancement system kicking into gear. The key is learning how to channel that energy instead of letting it steamroll you. To really get this, let's take a look at a story from the Little House on the Prairie books. Yeah, really. We have an 1800s farming family, and they wake up to a sudden frost that threatens their entire corn crop, basically their entire livelihood for the year. See, the stress they felt? It was a tool. It didn't paralyze them. It gave them the jolt of energy they needed to stay up all night, hauling water by hand to every single plant to save it from the freeze. Their stress had a clear beginning, a purpose, and an end. It served its function perfectly. And this perfectly illustrates the 2 types of stress. Acute, short-term stress, that's your friend. It sharpens your focus. It can even boost your immune system. The real villain here is chronic, unresolved stress. That's when the gas pedal is just pushed to the floor for weeks, months, or even years. That's when the damage happens. So the long game isn't about getting rid of stress entirely. That's impossible. It's about raising your stress threshold. It's about increasing your capacity to handle that feeling of activation without getting completely overwhelmed. And there's a technique for this called stress inoculation. The goal is to deliberately put your body into a high adrenaline state, say through intense exercise, and then practice keeping your mind calm while it's happening. You're basically teaching your brain that the physical feeling of adrenaline isn't by itself a reason to panic. And here is a super practical way to do this. When you're stressed, your vision literally narrows into a tunnel. It's a focus mechanism. But if you consciously relax your eyes and widen your gaze, go into panoramic vision, it sends a direct signal to your brainstem to calm down. You're telling your brain, hey, I can see everything, there's no immediate threat here. Okay, finally, let's talk about the most powerful tool of all. To buffer the corrosive, damaging effects of long-term chronic stress, the #1 protective factor isn't a breathing technique or a new supplement, it's meaningful social connection. So why is that? It's all about brain chemistry. Genuine connection releases serotonin, a neurotransmitter that basically acts like a natural antidepressant. It promotes well-being and it directly counteracts the damaging effects of chronic stress hormones. And this can come from friends, family, pets, or even just a deep sense of delight in an activity you love. And there you have it, a complete stress toolkit. You now have tools for immediate, in-the-moment relief. You have daily habits for building resilience. You've got a new mindset to see stress as an ally, and long-term strategies to truly master life's challenges. So the only question left is this. The next time you feel that wave of pressure start to build, that familiar feeling of overwhelm, which one of these tools are you going to reach for first?